Welcome everyone, my name is Elliot Hayes. I want to share with you a quick tip that you could find very useful at a practical level for maintaining your focus. So your focus is something that is constantly under attack, and yet it's probably one of the most important things or tools you have in getting things done. And in terms of attack, you probably get a few emails, text messages, phone calls. If you're in an open plan office, you get people dropping in. And that's not even beginning to compete sometimes with the amount of traffic going on inside your head with the various issues, ideas, problems, challenges, thoughts, etc. going through your mind. All of this can detract from you being focused on what you're doing in this present moment right now. And I don't mean to get philosophical or spiritual on you. I just want to get very practical on you and say that the more you're focused on what you're doing right now, the more you'll make of what you're doing right now. Whether that value be monetary, career-wise, relationship-wise, experientially, you're more present. And firstly, what I want to suggest is be aware of how often your focus is going in different directions. And it's kind of, the more you're aware of it, the more you'll see how many directions and challenges there is to maintaining your focus. And given everything has a value, there's a cost to that if you let that run rampant too often. The second thing is, I want to suggest you block out small units of time. And by small, I literally mean start at 5 minutes. Obviously, I want you to build up to that 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 45 minutes. By about the 45-minute mark, energy-wise, it's probably pretty good to stop what you're doing, get up, and have a stretch. But for most people, it's 30 seconds before they're on to the next thing. There is a timer you can use, and there's various tools. I'll show you one here, which will just take us to a web page, and you'll see it in action, where you see there, start a timer, 5 minutes. If I hit go on that, and then I go back to my task, the trick here in this technique, if I go back to my PowerPoint here, the trick here is in this technique, do not look at the timer until it sounds an alarm telling you the time is up. And it's kind of like if I said, come up here and skip for 2 minutes. I won't time you. You just stop when you feel like you've done 2 minutes. Well, if you're not trained in doing that and you're not used to that, you could skip for as long as you feel like you've done 2 minutes, stop, fully out of breath, thinking you've probably done double that, and the timer would show you you've barely scratched the halfway mark. This will help distinguish between what you feel like you're doing and what you're actually doing in real numbers, in real time. And my hope for you is that by experimenting with this technique, you'll find that those 5 or 10 minutes of absolute focus and not stopping until the timer tells you when to stop, you might find that quite an enjoyable period of time where you get a lot more done than you think. Or you'll find you need more time and you've been underestimating how much time you need to get things done. And that's something you factor into your planning. If you're on the road a lot and you're not on a laptop and so forth, that's fine. Pretty much any smartphone I see these days has a timer of some kind. It is a powerful technique. Enjoy the practice. And probably most importantly, it's a big focus of the work we do, we say to our clients, reward yourself when you achieve it. Because if you've done something well, you want to reinforce it. Therefore, you're training yourself, or teaching you, if you like, teaching your system, your central nervous system, that this is something worthwhile to pursue and continue with, and you're starting to build a habit that could really be worthwhile. I tell you, I've got clients where we literally put 2 meetings with themselves each week for a period of about 30 minutes each. That's an hour in total, broken up over 2 30-minute increments each week. And in that meeting with themselves, they set that timer and away they go, doing study for a new qualification, doing business development for their their practice or their financial planning database or their whatever business they're in. It's a powerful technique to make the most of the time you've got. Check us out at findtime.com.au and enjoy this focused time.